Spears Fire Resource Advisor Dustin Bambrough discusses fuel treatments on the Ashley National Forest.
On this fire, it's in a mixed conifer type, lodgepole and some ponderosa pine, and so we'd expect that aspen would come back in after the fire. Right now there are a lot of values at risk, and it is middle of the summer, it's hot, and so that's why we're going full suppression with this fire. So that we can get it out, and it's not a threat to the values around here. We do have some prescribed burn areas adjacent to the fire. It's in mostly ponderosa pine, and those areas, when it's more safe to burn, like in the spring and the fall, then we do some low-level intensity burning in ponderosa pine. So, yeah, right adjacent to this fire, we've done some of that work, and try to introduce fire back at the right time. The treatments that we do with prescribed fire, what it does is reduce the fuels that are existing, kind of burns those away. Especially with ponderosa pine, it burns under the understory. So a lot of the duff layer, like with the needles that are cast, it will burn those up. It will burn what we call ladder fuels, and so like any sort of shrubs or short trees, it burns those away so they don't get into the canopy of the taller, more mature ponderosa pine. It also thins out the forest a bit, and so basically, just reduce the fuels that are there. So if we can do that in a manner that is safe and reduces those fuels, that will be good, in the long run. And historically, we think in this area that ponderosa pine, likely burned 15 to 30 years on a fire return interval, and so it was low level intensity that was more frequent. In the area where the Spears fire, it's probably a longer fire return interval, to where it would be, in some of those areas, it could be up to 100 years, before fire returns. And so, in an event like this, where the fuel moistures went down quite a bit, wasn't a lot of moisture in the fuel, and then we had a lightning strike, it was just kind of a perfect recipe for igniting this in the lodgepole pine area.